Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. Jomo here. What we're looking at right now is myself from a past video about WOJAK, and that will be what we are going to talk about today. We're going to talk about WOJAK, and have you listened to me in the past video, right? Have you listened to me in the past video? Let's get right to it. So in this video, you can see, well, I paused it right now in minute 7.17. All right, this video was called WOJAK key reasons to keep on your radar. Jomo, this is me. Look, this is me. I can't falsify this. This is real, right? I told you that if you want to accumulate it as a strategy, right? If you're one of those people that want to get into WOJAK, I told you need to have it on the radar, and I told you there's a few different strategies you can do in order to get into WOJAK eventually, all right? And I told you one strategy is to accumulate it, and I explained everything about how this, what we have right now, and we're going to look at the chart in a second, looks very much like what we had over here. It's like a fractal of fractals over the past. Now, the fact that something happened in the past does not mean it will happen again. However, we are traders, right? We are traders and we work with probabilities. So I told you that a probability, if you want to hodl it, if you want to accumulate it for the long time, I told you that around the 0.0002, right? Let's call it 20, right? At the 20 area, you can start accumulating. Now, I didn't tell you to buy all your money at one price, all right? I didn't tell you to go all in, fall in, all right? I don't do shit like that. I am not a bonkers person, right? I am a trader, and I do logical strategies, logical tactics. And the tactic I told you to do is to accumulate, to buy every time just a little bit. Let's say you want to put $10,000. I told you to buy maybe $1,000, maybe $1,500 each time it goes to around the 20, all right? Not all in at once, but maybe you did that. Either way, that's what I said to do in the past video. Now let's forward to today and take a look at the chart. As we can see, with what happened, the last correction in BTC, what WOJAK did is actually went just a little bit beneath it, right? Just a little bit beneath it. I told you that this area, all right, by the way, this is where WOJAK penetrated the area where we wanted to accumulate. Well, I told you that this area will probably act as support. Why? Because same as what happened over here, right? And let me just make sure that this doesn't shrink, because I want you to see this, right? Same as what happened over here, right? Once we broke out of this area over here, and I will show you in a second, but my computer is lagging. Same as what happened over here, once we broke out, and then this area acted as support, right? So my thesis was that probably the same thing will happen again, that once we broke out of this, then this area, which is actually longer, because if we go all the way back over here, right, very long, we can see that this is a fraction area of initially support, then resistance, then resistance, then resistance, now probably support, right? And you can see that the first time it acted quite well. Now, if you have listened to me in this accumulation, all right, you're probably already 50 to more percent up. Maybe you took a little bit of profit, maybe you didn't, maybe as the strategy said in the beginning, you're accumulating it. Now, what I say for you to do is continue, right? Just continue doing this strategy if you want to accumulate. Maybe what will happen is we get back, all right? Maybe we get back like this eventually, boom, and do the same thing, and boom, and again, and hopefully not again, boom, and you accumulate again and again. 10% of what you intend to accumulate, not your entire net wealth, not everything you have every time on WOJAK. Accumulate. Now look, I can't tell you to ape into anything, all right? I can't tell you to be a degen into anything. Why? Because I'm a calm-minded trader, all right? I don't believe in all ins. I believe that's a bit different. That you might say that and compare that to a bit of gambling, because what you do is gambling on one coin in accumulating it. Now, while I believe, and I said it in past videos, that WOJAK has a high probability of continuing in the bull market, right, and doing 10, 20x from here. Why? Because again, go to my last video. It's underfollowed. It's a new coin. It has that juice to it with the community and all. I talked about all of that, right? While I believe that, my tactics are very calm and level-headed tactics. So my suggestion to you, keep accumulating every time it reaches this area of around the 2018, now 18 to 20 area, right? Accumulate it just a little bit every time, because we can still go lower. This can happen, ladies and gentlemen. This can happen. Why? This is crypto, so you don't want to be with all your capital in the red so deep, right? So deep with all your with a big capital, because then probably the moment you will give up and you capitulate, that will be the moment that the market will move up. Now, you can continue doing this strategy, and then once the market will allow, right, after you do this for several times, and this maybe a few months, when the market, boom, continues up, boom, we buy breakouts and accumulate even more and trade it and so on and so forth. And of course, I will create videos about this and how to do it later on. Right now, remember, right now you're accumulating, and the way to risk manage, because that's what I'm trying to say, the way to risk manage accumulating and not being too heavily in the red is to not buy everything at once, because you are not going to have a stop loss over here, right? Because your thesis is that this will continue in the next bull run, so you want to make sure that you hold it. But the reason you can hold it is because it's not such big of a position that it will hurt you if we go into the red, right? Which can happen. You always need to be mindful. You don't know what the future will unfold. You don't know what will happen. Maybe the crypto markets crash because there is a big war. We don't know. It can happen. That's why your risk management, right? And I'm going to write it down very ugly, right? Your risk, right? Your risk, very ugly, all right? Your risk management is just to put some of your trading capital into a coin like WOJAK and do it incrementally until one day you can add to it while it goes up in a trend. All right, everyone, hope you like what I had to say today. Again, just leave a comment in the section below. Tell me if you need some more help. Tell me if you want me to talk about more about my later strategies, about how I'm going to trade this, and give me a like. Smash that like button, and put that bell notification, because the moment WOJAK will move, I will make more videos and you just don't want to miss it. And of course, if you want to trade with us, just join our trading service. You can find that in the link in the description or in first comment. I don't need to talk too much about it. You already know that. You already know that I'm a good trader and you can trust me. And just try me out if you want to. If not, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to continue giving this free content as long as I have fun doing so. All right, everyone. Cheers. Until next time. No edge, no trade.